Please rise as we say the Star Spangled Banner, and please remove your hats if you have one on. Good afternoon, our CEE families and guests. We would like to welcome you all to our third fifth grade graduation at the School of Engineering and Arts. We're going to start our program with our Golden Valley police officer who taught our students a counteract program. So please welcome Officer Bolter. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'll first start by explaining who all my partners are over here. To my right over here is our Chief Carlson. Next to her is Nancy Azam. She's a member of our police family and the crime prevention. Next to her is Sergeant Roberts. And next to him is Lieutenant Johnson. Hello family, friends, and teachers. Thanks for coming to this special day for the C School 5th graders graduation. My name is Officer Belter, and I teach the 5th graders about the Counteract program. The main goal of the Counteract program is to teach the 5th graders to oppose or resist alcohol, drugs, and violence. The main thing I want them to take away from this is that they know they can count on family, teachers, and friends to talk about alcohol, drugs, and violence with. They learn how to make good choices by choosing the good influences in their lives. They are taught to stay away from the negatives that are caused by alcohol, drugs, and violence. The 3 classes I have had the privilege to discuss Counteract with have done an excellent job in participating in class and talking about the positive things to do with friends and family instead of the negatives related to alcohol, drugs, and violence. Thanks for a great year, 5th graders and teachers. Good luck, 5th graders, as you move on in life. Remember that you can always count on family, friends, and teachers to talk to about anything in life. Thanks, you guys.
All right, so I just wanted to have a small part where I leave words of wisdom for my 5th graders here today. So I would like to leave for the class of 2022 is the year that you'll graduate, and I still won't be retired yet. So So we wish you well. So here's to my problem solvers and to my world changers. My first word of advice: always consider what you can do to help others and not always what others should do for you. Your role in life, and we hope that you've learned that at the School of Engineering and Arts, is to give back. Not always having to receive, but to remember to give. Second word of advice is be a team player. You've been taught that. It's the best way to get problems solved and solutions created. You all have been taught how to be thinkers. Remember that and don't forget that when you leave C. Our third one, be unique. Always be yourself. You were born original, don't die a copy. Stay true to yourself. Number 4, keep a growth mindset, and each one of you know what that means. Remember that you do not need to know everything right away. It's okay not to know. Don't be discouraged. Just remember, you just don't know the answer yet. You keep working and you keep persevering. Number 5, make your parents, guardians, and most of all, your own self proud. No one can do that but you. Number 6, live life with a passion. Always have a purpose of what you're going to be doing in life. Set your goals and always work towards them. Number 7, have mental toughness, because hard times will come. We had several 5th graders that emailed and said, 6th grade is hard. There's a lot of work, but you're going to need that mental toughness, and you've been trained to do it, and you can get through it. Don't forget, laugh often, have fun often, as well as stay healthy, eat well, exercise, and for Mrs. Heil, most of all, dance. Always get your party on. So, I wish you all the best in your future education endeavors, and we are looking for world changers, and we're looking forward to the great things that you do. Thank you, 5th graders. Next, we will have our student counteract essays. So our first one will be Mr. Rowan Nebula from Mr. Belling's class.
When I, Rowan Nebula, want to grow up, I want to be an aerospace engineer because I think designing spaceships is really neat, especially when the models are Legos. The reason I want this job is so that I can be famous, but also I want this job because one day we will use up all of Earth's resources and we will have to search for other planets, and with my ships, we will be able to search for other planets faster. One day, I was playing soccer and my friend's brother's car pulled up and said, "Hey kids, I've got something special, but you're a little too young. How can I check it out?" Well, I could tell one of the parents that is supervising the game if I can take a quick look to see if it's drugs or weapons. Then I'll ask to borrow his phone to say I'm calling my parents, but really I'm calling the police. What are some of the consequences that I could have? One of the consequences I could have is that when the police come here, I could be taken to jail because I was at the place of the crime. Other consequences is that I could be in serious trouble with my parents and that I saw drugs or weapons. What positive alternatives can I suggest? I could try to convince him to stop taking drugs, and if there was a weapon, to put it away, unless he got a permit to carry one. Hey guys, weren't we in the middle of our soccer game? How can I follow through, even if my friends choose not to join me? I could have a quick look, then tell my friends what's in the car, or I can tell my friends and call the police, or just call the police. That's how I want my life to go, besides the drug part.
Okay, next representing Mrs. Durant's class, we have Miss Francesca Coleman.
My name is Francesca Coleman. I'm 11 years old. I go to C school. I want to be a vet tech at the Animal Humane Society when I grow up. I want to be a vet tech because I love working with animals. If I use drugs during my job, I could hurt the animals. Also, if I smoke, I could hurt myself and people around me. If I use alcohol, I could hurt myself. If someone asked me to try a cigarette, I would grab the cigarette and throw it in the trash. If my friend was about to try a cigarette, I would tell her reasons that could hurt her. If someone was smoking while I was going somewhere, I would go the other way.
Thank you. And next representing Mrs. Ains' class is we have Mr. James Carruthers.
Hello, my name is James Carruthers and I'm 11 years old. After I graduate the school I'm currently attending, C Elementary, I would like to graduate middle and high school as well. And after that, I would like to graduate college. I'm not sure on which college I want to attend to, but I know what I want to be when I get older. Either an architect or a forensic doctor. But if I make bad choices, I most likely won't be able to be either one of those choices. And these are things I can do to prevent that. If I see teenagers at the park smoking and or drinking, I could check it out. I could check out the situation by glancing over once in a while to see what they were doing. If I didn't know what they were doing, I could look it up when I got home, or I could just leave it alone. Consequences. Some consequences of this are getting too close. If I get too close, I could inhale the smoke, which is bad for my body. Or if the kids notice me, they could hurt me or ask me to drink or smoke. If I said no, which I would, they could force me to drink or smoke, which is really bad. A positive alternative. Some positive alternatives are leaving the park. If I leave the park, I wouldn't have to look, be suspicious, or get forced into drinking or smoking. Another positive alternative is staying far away from the teenagers so nothing bad happened and I couldn't get in trouble. And I would be safe and still have fun for either of the ways. follow through. How I could follow through if my friend was there and he didn't want to leave, I could do one of these things. I could leave without him or her, and or tell his mom or dad that he's still there at the park with teenagers that are drinking and smoking. Another thing I could do is stay with him or her and make sure they don't get hurt or go near the teenagers. If my friend wouldn't come with me, I would try to persuade him or her to leave the park with me, and if they didn't, listen, no matter what, I would have to leave them. Doing all this can help me become a forensic doctor or an architect and graduate college. Counteract really helps in these situations and make sure kids don't get hurt or make the wrong decisions. Counteract taught me to do all these things to prevent them from happening.
All right, thank you. At this time, we're going to start our certificate process. So it will go by classrooms, Mr. Bellings first, then Mrs. Durant, and then Mrs. Ames.
Abdurrahman. Afton Allen. Jasmine Andrews Meeks. Chase Ankrum. Leah Bosch. Allie Crawford. Suzette Dominguez Zamora. Zoe Pakowski. Michael Fulton. Catherine Gentner. Roy Hamlichuk Spindler. Matthew Jimenez. Daniel Mendoza Gutierrez. Gus Mooring. Jaden Morris. Max Nemesi. Rowan Nevela. Stella Olson. Chris O'Patterney. Carlos Quintanilla. Sorry, Carlos. Noah Simmons. Zach Sim. Lynn Stenson. Caitlin Tensing. Caroline Van Sistine. Lana Varsarni. Juan Vabriazen. Congratulations, room 222.
I'm going to lower this down just a little bit as the shortest 5th grade teacher. All right, and we have Miss Duran's class. Anila Adams. Sarah Babaker. Felicia Bakken. Ava Bites. Michael Bouchel. Ruby Conrad. Reese Crenshaw. Gabe Davlin. Levi Elens. Drew Hagee. Hannah James. Chris Kim. Francesca Coleman. Joanna Longen. Ryan Malakide. Celeste Nava. Jason Nyabute Toe. Who's got it? Carlos O'Keefe. Justice Otis. Devin Pearson. Noah Peterson. Kiel Robinson. Adrian Russell. Talia Schwabach Emmel. Walter Stokel. Zuzu Thurston. Juan Daniel Torres. Congratulations, Mrs. Duran's class.
All right, Merhali Asta. Emma Borsovich. James Carruthers. Mason Epinetter. Jessica Fritz. Sophia Grant. Brian Jimenez. Tobias Johnson. Chelsea Klopaki. Mia Lopez. Reed Lucas. Max Ma. Alice Madsen. Roberto Mendoza. Alex Nagel. Janet Norberto. Mahadi Osman. Plato Atoto. Linnea Peterson. Haley Sadler. Raheel Sheikh. Aaliyah Smaker. Richard Thurston. Barakat Weddall. Lucas Wilson. Jason Wright. Cole Zenk. Congratulations, Room 221.
The power the music teacher has is just we have a wonderful, our favorite part of our graduation is we have videos that most of the students don't know about just yet. So sit back and relax and watch our little ones turn into our fifth graders here. right, let's admit it, how many of us wanted to break down and sing that? I mean, we were doing solo over here. I was gonna moonwalk across the stage and everything, but thank you, fifth graders. This is the ending of our show, and we wanna thank especially Mrs. Freeman, who started to have labor pains this morning, so thank you, baby Freeman, for not coming. Okay, you can go right now, go, okay. And our fifth grade teachers and our honored guests for coming, and we do have cake and refreshments in the lunchroom. And as you're leaving, you could take your student's picture off the wall, but if you could wait until after you've had your cake. And make sure when you're signing out upstairs, and if you're taking any child out of here that goes to see, make sure you sign out, and we'll have them ready for you if you have other siblings that you're taking out. As well as if you want to take any pictures, that area over there is set up for you to be able to take pictures. Everyone's ordering me around. Just a second, what? And don't forget to take your science boards that are located upstairs. So one more applause for our class of 2022.
Families, if you could just wait a second while our graduates leave the Kin Lab, and then you can follow after them. Thank you so much. There are 3 days of school next week.